grew up in a musical family. My mother was a jazz singer, and I remember her coming home late night and bringing home a wad of cash from singing. And I thought that was such a great accomplishment of hers, to be able to make money doing music. And my grandmother, she was a pianist and she was a music teacher. And my grandfather was a jazz saxophonist. When I was little, my grandmother would play jazz as she would drive me to school. And she would say, "What instrument is that?" And I'm like, clarinet, a saxophone, and until I got it right. So I kind of grew up in jazz, and I love jazz. And the jazz inspiration is prevalent in my music, but I also have inspirations from rock and pop and R&B and soul and pretty much all over. Back then, I was a jazz singer, and my name was Leah. And that's my middle name, and I've evolved into Bloom. To be completely honest, the name Bloom came from me in a dream, and I woke up just like this and said, "Bloom." And I was singing a song in my head in the dream, or I sing a lot in my dreams, and I've been trying to figure out my name for forever. And after I came up with the name is then when I came up with the meaning. Bloom for me it's very symbolic of me breaking out and being confident and comfortable with who I am and taking all of my influences and inspirations and making them my own. When I look into your eyes and I've been writing music since the age of 13. I got a MacBook by my grandmother for school, and I discovered GarageBand. Eventually, throughout the years, I heard entire songs in my head. So I had like hundreds and hundreds of songs on my computer and nobody to help me produce them. My musical journey as Bloom started about a year ago. And I had a big afro, and I was singing at an open mic. I was singing a Jill Scott song, and my sister signed me up, and I didn't want to sing. And so I get up there, and I have my big fro. I take my shoes off. I walked down this aisle and started singing, and I had my arms out, and I was just really being myself. And that was one of the first moments I really was myself completely as a singer, and I didn't care. And from then on, things just started rolling. And then I met a producer, and that didn't work out, but I met another producer, and we started recording songs that I had written probably a year before that, but I had no one to help me with them. And those actually were my two first singles that I ever came out with. I believe that we can do it twice. It's really important that I write all of my music. If I didn't write the music, I would feel like there was a piece missing. So I'll step away from whatever I'm doing. I'll hear this melody, I'll record it in my phone, and eventually it becomes a song. When I sing and perform, my goal is to inspire people to think a little bit deeper. My music might be about one thing, but for me, becoming a singer is becoming who I am and saying I don't care anymore, and I want to live out my purpose. So I want that to kind of pour over onto other people and inspire them to feel the same way, because for me, singing was such a hard thing to do. I was really insecure, and I think a lot of us go through that growing up, and it's okay, but it's important to grow out of that. So when I sing, I want people to grow out of that. I want them to be inspired by someone who was so afraid in the beginning and now is successful and happy doing the same thing she was afraid to do before. It's my biggest passion. It's what I came here to do. And it's been a really, really beautiful journey.